Oh man, I miss you guys. This is attempt 3 now at recording this video. First one I didn't put my sound on, and the second one I didn't press record. I just, skills. So recent news has angered me so much that it finally gave me the courage to get back on here. Apologies for the absence, I'll go into that in a future video. However, right now we need to look into something which could seriously affect how you save money in the UK. So the government is discussing major changes to cash ISAs, slashing the yearly allowance potentially from 20,000 to 4,000. Now, this could mean big changes for millions of savers, especially those who rely on cash ISAs for security. So in this video, I'm going to try and cover for you, number one, what's happening with ISAs and why the government is making these changes. 2, how this could impact you and your savings. And number 3, 3 things you can do right now to try and protect your money. By the end, hopefully you'll have a bit more of a clear plan to try and stay ahead of these potential changes and beat the system before it beats you. So let's get started. Now, what's actually going on? So in the last few days, Chancellor Rachel Reeves has been in talks with big investment firms about cutting the cash ISA allowance from 20 grand potentially down to 4. She said, and I quote, "It's really important that we support people to save to achieve their aspirations. At the moment, there's a 20,000 yearly limit on what you can put into either cash or equity ISAs, but we want to get that balance right." Fabulous. So what does that actually mean for us? Well, basically, the government wants to push more people towards investing in stocks instead of leaving the money sitting in cash ISAs. The idea is that if more people invest, it will boost the stock market and help grow the UK economy. Sounds good in theory, right? But here's the problem. Now, many people don't want to invest in stocks. They prefer the security of cash. They're worried about risk, or they just want to know that their savings won't disappear in a market crash. And there's a lot of money at stake, guys. Over 294 billion is currently held in cash ISAs. Now, if the allowance gets slashed, many people will be forced to find new ways to protect their savings. So let's talk about whether stocks are actually as risky as they may seem, and obviously what this means for you. Obviously, with cucumbers being 47 quid at the moment. So there's a huge conception that stocks are always risky. Yes, the stock market goes up and down, but when you look at the long-term picture, stocks have actually outperformed cash savings by a massive margin, and there's easily accessible data to prove it. Over the last 121 years, UK shares have provided an average 5.35% return per year after inflation, whereas cash savings, on the other hand, just 0.87% per year. Now, this means that if you invested 10,000 in stocks 20 years ago, it could be worth double or even triple today, while cash savings would have barely kept up with inflation. But here's the catch, not everyone should invest in stocks. Now, if you're younger and don't need the money right away, investing is a great way to build wealth over time. But I appreciate if you're retired or relying on your savings, you probably need the stability of cash so you know where your money will be there, obviously when you need it. So this is why diversification is key, and you shouldn't put everything in one place. And with potential changes to cash ISAs coming, it's more important than ever to have a plan. So what can you do to protect your money? All right, so if cash ISAs are being cut, how do you beat the system and protect your savings? Now, just a small disclaimer here, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't obviously financial advice, but these are 3 small things that potentially I'm doing right now, and I'd recommend you also look into. Plenty of information out there. Now, number 1 would be to maximize your ISA contributions before any changes. Now, the current 20,000 limit is still in place for now. That means you still have time to put in as much as possible before any new rules kick in. Now, if you have money sitting in a regular savings account, it might be smart to move it into an ISA before it's too late. Number 2 would be diversify. You need to look into stocks and shares ISAs. Even if you're not comfortable investing in everything, you don't have to go all in. Now, stocks and shares ISAs let you invest in, first of all, funds, so you don't have to pick stocks yourself. These are basically baskets of stocks, so you're diversified. Bonds, which are more stable, and dividend stocks, which will actually pay even when the market is potentially down. By diversifying, putting a bit into different assets, you can balance risk and reward. Now, I'll cover that in a future video and try and break down where I invest. Vanguard, in my opinion, well worth looking into. Now, number 3, you can explore other tax-free savings options. If cash ISAs do get cut, you still have other ways to save tax-free. Your pension contributions, get tax relief and grow your retirement fund faster. I wish I started saving the pension much younger. Premium bonds, tax-free, and you could potentially win monthly prizes. And personal savings allowance, worth looking into. These are short, PSA for short. Basic rates taxpayers can earn money in interest tax-free outside an ISA. So what you should do next. Rachel Reeves wants to cut the cash ISA limit to 4 grand, which could force you into investing. Stocks and shares ISAs have outperformed cash over the long term, but not everyone should invest everything, especially those who need cash security. Protect your money and use the full 20,000 allowance while you can. Consider investing a portion in stocks and explore other tax-free savings options. Now, right now, these changes aren't law yet, but they could be coming soon. This means this is the best time to take action and make sure your savings are safe, tax-free and working for you. So appreciate there's plenty of advice out there, guys, but if you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Do you think cutting cash ISAs is fair, or is it another way for the government to push people into investing? Also, if there's anything else you'd like me to cover on this channel, I'll be back very, very soon with more videos. I've got loads of stuff in the pipeline for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.